Take a look at this. This is the flare that I'm working on. This is the flare that I'm trying to replicate. Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor. I'm the founder and designer of NYGC by Taylor, and this week we will be revisiting a pair of pants. This here pair of pants to be exact. I don't think I filmed a video taking through the process of me initially making these pants, but I've been working on these throughout March, I believe. I finished them in April. They look honestly pretty good. Like, if you can tell, a nice little flare situation. The issue, let's see the issue. Unfortunately, showing pants is actually quite difficult, so we're gonna work with what we got. Anyways, if you see, you know, they fit pretty nicely from here down to the thigh, and then something happens in this region that I do not like. A few things. Number one, in my knee, I don't like that it looks like I have knee pads on or something like that. I know why it looks like that, and I'll get into that later, but I don't like that. I thought that potentially gravity would help me out with that problem, but as I have now learned, that is actually a knee issue. So I will go back and figure that out. Number two, I can't really see what you see, but essentially what I tried to do is to create 3 alternate sections of double crochet so that it's not see-through in like the most important area, which is like, you know, your crotch and your butt, and then as we go down we get more and more mesh and like a gradual situation. There's 2 things not ideal going on. Number one, the sections of mesh at the top right here are like really weirdly proportioned out. I'm not sure why that is the case, but such is life. So I want to make these 2 sections a more distinct number. I probably will end up making this shorter and then making this one a little bit longer, because this flare part has to be about 13 to 15 inches. So I just want to make sure the other proportions, I think currently it's 5 and 7 or 7 and 9, match up with that better. Additionally, with the double crochet panels on my thigh and on my knee, I don't like that I did big double crochet section, small double crochet section, and then a little bit bigger than previous. I wish that I just like increasingly went smaller. So I'm probably going to flip these and switch it around to 2 and then 1, or maybe even 3 and then 1. Unsure about that. Today is actually Sunday. I have not finished editing my video, and I think I'm going to work on this pant leg first. It actually still has stitch markers in it and like the string loose, if you can't see. So I'm going to unravel this pant leg probably up until this mesh. I think I just want to completely redo the mesh and just figure out, make sure that this is where I have pause. Because technically speaking, this part of the mesh, oh, I guess I never explained that. The issue on the mesh on the thigh is that I didn't decrease at the correct rate. I decreased at like, let's say the rate of like 2, and I should have decreased at the rate 3, essentially. However, now that I have it on, decreasing at the rate of let's go with 2 works for the first section. It's just that the second section has to be decreased a little bit more, just because to the girlies who are like, those aren't flare pants, those are bell bottoms, I do actually agree with them. These bell out more than they flare out. So by fixing my decreases, that should also fix that. Currently it is Sunday, June 2nd at 3:48 p.m. I would love to get these done in a week. I don't think it should take me a full week, but I'm not even going to try to put a timeline on it. I do plan on making these pants a second time in a second color, yet to be decided. So I'm kind of on crunch time on making sure that these are all good so I can finish up, or I can start and finish the second pair of pants. So let's get to unraveling. It's currently 5:17. I just finished editing my video. It's exporting now. And I was able to start unraveling the first pant leg, as well as figure out what my new measurements are. So I'm not touching the short portion at all. I feel like the short part of this fits pretty perfect. I don't need to adjust that. My main focus is just in the legs, specifically, as I mentioned, breaking down the amounts of each pattern and whatnot, just because I want it to look random, but also random but a little organized. So I think I have a solid plan. I am going to keep this initial square of mesh. This is 5 inches, but I'm going to unravel this up into my double crochets and extend this by 3 inches, and then get into my little new special double crochet decreases that I'll be doing. It is Tuesday at like 11 a.m. Yesterday was a trying time. Yesterday I did in fact have to unravel a little bit. Not a lot, but definitely some progress. But now I've gotten it to the point where I'm done with my decreases, I believe, and I just need to start on the flare part, but I figured I would try it on. Can we just take a moment to appreciate the fact that it does actually look better? Like, come on, the side by side, it does actually look better. It's more proportional, it's less like gappy, and I can only hope that this is going to be like the right amount of tightness. If it needs to be a little bit tighter, then I will undo this last little section and change it to decreases, because currently it's just regular double crochet. Perfection. When I slid them on and I actually felt them around my calf, like with this leg, this is the one that is my control, I guess. Whatever, we're getting to science now. This one, like, I don't feel anything on my calf. I barely feel it on my thigh. But with this one, like, it's perfect. It's everything I could have hoped for. And I am glad that I didn't decrease on my last 3 rows, because I think it's gonna mean that when I do start flaring out, it's just gonna hit a lot more. So we are now officially free to move on to the flare part. I don't plan on really changing anything about the flare. Now all my like initial measurements are kind of all funked up, but I think I'm gonna do the flare about 14 inches, because currently with this side it's ever so slightly short, like maybe ½ an inch short. So I just want to make sure that it like properly hits the floor or whatever. But I could not be more excited about the fact that these just fit a lot better. So my wonderful, amazing, beautiful, wonderful friend and her mother are taking me to go see Les Mis. Or taking me along as they go see Les Mis tonight. If you didn't know, I was in fact a theater kid in high school. It's true, it's my deepest, darkest secret. So anyways, I don't know how much work I'll be able to get done today, but honestly, so far so good. I will see you hopefully when I'm working on the flare. And it is a flare, okay? For anyone who's like, it's not a flare, those are bell bottoms, no. I could understand how the way they were definitely gives bell bottom, but these will give flare. Hi, from a new location. Unfortunately, I do not have a solid update for you on the progress of the pants. I will tell you it is Saturday and I want to put this video live tomorrow. So let's see. Currently, I am almost done with the first leg. I probably have somewhere between 4 or 5 inches left to do with the mesh, and I should be able to like pretty easily whip it up. I also will say that I do really love how it is looking. This is the comparison. This is the OG. Oh, this is harder than I thought it would be. This is the OG and wait, this is the OG and this is the new one. So it's about an inch / half an inch smaller, which or less wide, which is ideal. Anywho, let's see if I'm able to make this happen. I think so. But I also live in a delusion, so I guess we'll see. It is quite a few days later. One might even say a week later. But I finally finished my first pant leg, the redo, everything. This is the old, this is the old, this is the new. I did accidentally do my little hem bit incorrectly. Let's just try it on and I'll fix it right after. This gives you a pretty good idea. As you can see, this leg, it's actually like hugging. There's a lot more shape versus this one looks almost more like a wide leg pant, which I don't love. I definitely prefer this one. Now ignore the bell, definitely needs to like get its like size out, feel the weight and whatnot, but definitely prefer this leg. Now I just need to do everything over for this side plus fix this hem and then they'll be done. It's currently June 21st and the pants are still not done, unfortunately. This is where I'm at. My issue. The decrease is decreasing too quickly. It's fine in this thick block, but in this mesh bit, things are going awry. So I'm going to have to completely redo it. I just don't know. It's currently like 6 o'clock on June 23rd maybe, and after many trials and tribulations, I finally finished the decreases for the second leg. Yes, you heard that right. all this time since the last time I updated, which was probably a week ago, maybe more. The only progress that's been made is my tan and figuring out the decreases for the second leg. Even now, it's like a little bit tighter than the other leg, not in any way that's like insane, but it's definitely a smidge tighter. Anyhow, this is where we're at. As you can see, it fits, I mean, it fits well. I will say it probably fits a little bit tighter than the right side. This side just kind of like embraces my calf. This side is like locked and loaded, but it's okay. All in all, I'm liking where we're at. They're still feeling very comfortable. So let's move on to the last and final step, which is the flare, and hope that I don't have to unravel as many times as I did. Actually, no times. Let's shoot for 0. At this point, it kind of just feels like I'm going insane. And maybe I am a little bit. But it's just, there's something so ironic about this pair of pants being my spiritual object, not animal object. So, yesterday, I had been making some pretty solid progress on the flare, okay? Take a look at this. This is the flare that I'm working on. This is the flare that I'm trying to replicate. And I was like, in my head, I was like, oh no, it's okay. This one's going to reach this. So then I was like, all right, clearly there's something fundamentally wrong with this leg. Clearly. When I first set out on this journey of semi-redoing these pants, I decided that I wasn't going to touch this first little mesh bit, okay? Because I was like, you know, like I like the way that this part sits on my thighs. If you look at your thigh doesn't majorly start decreasing until like about this length, so this fits very comfortably. But then I was like, once I start getting to this part, and definitely in this part, I need to start increasing a lot. And I accomplished that perfectly here. And I will say, you all probably saw me compare. When I saw this compared to this, I was like, there's something wrong. But I couldn't quite put my finger on what that was. So last night, as I'm on the phone with my friend, crocheting and gabbing and whatnot, I take a look. I go back to that section that I said was all good and fine and dandy and whatnot. And I realize that I skipped a stitch. At the very beginning, I skipped one singular stitch. And I don't know if skipping that one singular stitch was the demise of all this, the cause to this demise. But with my current mental state, I'm just kind of looking for anything to blame. And so what are we gonna do? We are going to fully unravel this whole entire pant leg. And we're just gonna start from the top. How long have I been working on this? The first clips that I filmed of this had to have taken place at the beginning of June. It is now June 25th. Have I been working on this consistently every single week, every single day? No, I have not. But have I been working on the same, like this leg, this first leg, no issues, okay? I got this done working on this on and off in like a week. So I had the same expectations for this. Too much. So, hopefully next time that you see me, I will have figured this out. Everything in me wants to literally count the stitches. I just feel like that would be very boring to do on camera, so I wish I could give some like inspirational, this is a sign that you should trust your instinct and do what you feel best for your projects, but that's just not how I feel. I just feel devastated, disappointed, but also my creative energy is kind of like buzzing. Like now I'm like, girl, what else can we do to these? I'm not doing anything else to them, but my brain is like, what? And I'm like, no, but I'm also like, so anyways, that's my update. Do I feel silly? A little bit. I do. I feel a little silly, but such is life. Anywho, it's currently like 10:45 on June 25th. Let's see how long it takes me to get this together. I will be honest and say that it is quite a bit of time later, maybe exactly a week later. Today is Saturday, July 6th. Yeah, today's Saturday, July 6th. And officially I can say the pants are done. Okay, let's try it on. Okay, here are the vibes. What do we think? They literally fit like a glove. Now you might be thinking, Taylor, this leg, it looks a little bit shorter. It's not, as far as I'm concerned, it's not. I think that the yarn just needs to like loosen up a bit. My tension may have been the slightest bit tighter on this side, but it's fine. When I wash these pants, it'll end up perfect. But I literally, me and these pants, like, I feel so comfortable. I don't even really feel hot. Please ignore the trash bags. But yeah, in these pants, like, I don't feel hot. They don't feel heavy in the slightest. They just feel like not quite a legging, that would be a lie, but definitely just like a, I don't know, like a normal pant, you know? Maybe like in terms of like feelability, weight wise, maybe closer to denim, but the texture of like a cotton pant. These aren't cotton though, these are actually acrylic, but it's very soft acrylic, so it kind of gives like cotton vibes. But yeah, literally love. Like I said, they'll get like an inch or two longer once I wash them, because I do put all my crochet clothing in the washing machine, but I let them hang dry. So I maybe potentially said that at the end of this video I would have the full like situation together, cardigan and all, but girl, we saw how much of a struggle it was for me to get this far. That being said, updates. I'm headed to Hawaii in literally a week, and I've been trying to figure out how the heck I'm gonna get the promotional content that I need for this collection. And now that I'm going to Hawaii, of course I want to get all of my things together. So in next week's vlog, it's going to be a mad dash to get things situated so that I have some cute things to take some content in while I'm in Honolulu. But anyways, make sure that you subscribe to my channel so that you can be here hopefully next Sunday for that video. I apologize for my absence. Life has been a little bit crazy, and it will probably still continue to be a little bit crazy, but I'm gonna try to get back on track. That said, if you want to see me slightly more frequently, make sure that you're following me on Instagram as well as on TikTok at NYGC by Taylor for both. If you're curious about the details of these pants, they will be a part of my summer collection that is low-key coming out in August. But anyways, there'll be a staple on my website available for next summer, so you know. Any hoodly doodly, I have a lot to do. Sneak peek of something that may or may not be in next week's video. I hope that you guys have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Leave a comment below what you think about the pants, and have a good rest of your evening. I don't know. Goodbye.